Hello everyone, welcome to Micro and Coding. So today we are going to discuss about the sign and unsigned keyword of C programming. So these two keyword also known as sign qualifier of C data types. So sign qualifiers are used to represent the sign of data in C programming. It will decide whether the variable can hold the negative data or not. So if the variable is defined with signed data type, like with sign keyword, then the variable can store negative data as well as the positive data. If the variable defined with unsigned data type, then the variable can only store the positive data. So for a variable defined with signed data type, the last bit of that variable will decide whether the stored variable is positive or negative. So this bit, the last bit, is called as sign bit. If the sign bit of a signed data type variable is 0, then that data stored in that particular variable will be considered as positive. If the sign bit of the particular variable is 1, then data stored in that particular variable will consider as negative data. The sign bit is not considered as data for the sign variable. So that is why the data range between the signed and unsigned variable will differ. So this sign qualifiers are applicable for int, char, short, and long data type. It will not applicable for the float data type, float and double data types. So let's have an example for this signed and unsigned variable. So we have one C code here. So I'm going to write some, I'm going to define some signed data and unsigned data, and I'm going to show you how it will behave in the C program. Okay. So I'm going to define a character variable. And one more point. By default, any variable, while you define any variable by default, it will consider as a signed data. If you not mention any keyword, sign or unsigned keyword, then it will consider as a signed data. Okay, so A is assigned with a value of 255, the maximum value of a character variable. I am putting here 255. Okay, so uh, we will see if we apply the maximum value 255 in a signed variable, signed character variable, then how it will behave. So sign char b equal to 255. Here we assigned 255, the maximum value of a character variable, in a signed character variable and in an unsigned character variable. And let's see what is the result. GCC, we are compiling it. Oh, sorry, we didn't put any value there. So B GCC. So you can see for the signed data, it is represented as -1, and for the unsigned data, it is represented as 255. So as the 255 is the maximum value we can store in the character variable, but unsigned character variable which can hold the only positive data. Okay, so for the unsigned data, we are having this 255 as a output. For the signed data, the maximum positive value we can hold as 127. Okay, so more than that, the sign bit will be activated, and that will be considered as a negative value. So how the 255 became -1 here? So once the sign bit is activated, sign bit is enabled, the last bit of that particular variable is enabled, then it will consider as a negative value, and we will make the 2's complement of this data, and from the 2's complement result we'll get the negative value. If you convert this 255 to 2's complement, then we will get 1, and the last bit of that particular variable is 1, that sign bit, so -1. So that is how we are considering this value for the signed data type. Okay, so I hope this example is useful for you, and this video also useful for you. So if you like this video, please share with your friends, and please subscribe my channel for more updates. And at last, thank you for watching this video.